And you know, all this talk about, oh, we have these policies around using DU, which don't even really protect you, as you've said. That's almost like, you know, putting somebody in an eggshell, you know, armor and having them jump out in front of an 18-wheeler going 100 miles an hour. I mean, it's all just window dressing, isn't it, Doctor?
Correct. Let me give you a direct...
Hold on. We're going to do 5 more minutes. Then we got Stuart Rhodes, the head of Oath Keepers, and Mr. Irish, because he's an Oath Keeper supporter, had his child taken. We're going to give you the latest on that. We're going to come back with Georgia, Mississippi, and Dr. Doug Rokke to put bookends on this, but unbelievable. Yeah, this stuff isn't bad for you, boys. Here's their own reports.
We're on the march. The empire's on the run. Alex Jones and the GCN Radio Network.
Fight back this cold and flu season with the world's best garlic extract, Ali C. Why Ali C? Because it helps your body fight viruses, bacteria, and fungi. Ali C has been scientifically proven in double-blind studies using low doses to greatly reduce the number, severity, and duration of common colds. Ali C contains 300 milligrams of stabilized allicin, the active ingredient in crushed garlic. Studies show Ali C is effective against MRSA, bacterial, fungal, and viral infections. 1 tablet of Ali C has the equivalent of 40 cloves of garlic. Ali C supports your body's resistance to all types of conditions and can help lower high blood pressure and high cholesterol. So boost your body's resistance to infection with nature's best garlic extract, Ali C. For more information and to order Ali C, call 877-888-7126 or go to garlichealthproducts.com. That's 1-877-888-7126 or go to garlichealthproducts.com for your Ali C today.
The question is, where should the American people draw their line in the sand?
What have we got? A republic or a monarchy?
A republic is based on a constitution which protects minority rights.
Not democracy, not mob rule, 2 wolves and a sheep voting on what's for dinner.
So they think they own our land, they think they own our water, children, our education, our money.
We have to define who we are and what we will tolerate.
Somebody's going to ask you what you did during the Patriot Uprising.
You have been warned.
We have the facts. We have the Constitution. We have the Bill of Rights. We have common law. Knowledge is power, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm so excited to be able to offer you Don't Tread on Me, Rise of the Republic. Tyranny is upon us, but liberty and the sleeping giant that is the American people is rising. A new tool in the info war. Don't Tread on Me. Order it at Infowars.com or PrisonPlanet.com or call toll-free 888-253-3139 and support independent, patriotic Liberty films.
In confusing times, would a simple outlook on health and beauty make sense?
If you're tired of taking dry vitamins without noticing any results, then the Bogdana Nutritional Formula is for you. Easy to take and absorb.
The absorption of liquids is 98% in comparison to only 20% for dry vitamins.
For the past 25 years, Bogdana Rejuvenating Nutritional Formula has been proven to get results.
Detox, nourish, and rejuvenate your body with this one-of-a-kind supplement that contains 150 natural and organic nutrients.
And a 1-month supply is less than $1 per day.
Take charge of your health and feel the difference with Bogdana Liquid Vitamins or your money back.
Go to BOGDANA liquidvitamins.com or call 1-800-234-5608.
That's BogdanaLiquidVitamins.com or call 800-234-5608. Give your body what it needs and it will perform miracles in return.
For inner health and outer beauty, feel the difference with Bogdana Liquid Vitamins today.
Leading a frontal assault on the lies of the New World Order. It's Alex Jones on the GCN Radio Network.
We're getting Jonathon Irish, who had his newborn baby girl snatched because they said he had bought guns and was and associated with Oath Keepers, along with Stuart Rhodes popping back in about 5 minutes. Georgia, Mississippi, without myself interrupting you, tell us exactly what you were briefed, what you were told going into Operation Iraqi Freedom 7.5 years ago. Then I want to get Dr. Doug Rocke's breakdown again from, this is the guy that literally wrote the book for the Army on it, on what they know it does. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, this briefing was very informal. This was literally like 2 weeks. This was in Kuwait right before we invaded. And this was just, they just had us out in the middle of the desert in a group with the tank crews and the Bradley crews, just the crews, not the soldiers that ride in the back. But the Bradley's an armored personnel carrier. We have anywhere from 8 to 10 troops in the back of that thing with all the depleted uranium rounds that they're literally surrounded by in a metal coffin, basically.
And this stuff's very soft. It's very heavy, but it's very soft and flake soft. Correct, Doctor?
Absolutely.
Yeah, so you're in a metal box that's in the desert is nothing but dust, too, so you're just constantly breathing in this dust. But anyway, look, here's the thing. The biggest lie was they never told us, because it is, as I understand it, it's mildly radioactive in the state of, if it's just sitting there in an unexpended round. After you fire it, it becomes highly radioactive, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, Doctor, explain to him it's that it gets into micron particles that are able to pierce the cells, and so you have the exposure of the radiation at point-blank range systemically. That's why most of the calls were from the 19-year-old war, where 20+% of the troops are dead from it. Now we're just having the new troops say, yeah, I've got diarrhea, yeah, I'm sick, but it's going to get worse and worse for them. Doctor, correct me if I'm wrong.
Let's put it real simple, okay? And if this gets a little offensive to somebody, I'm sorry. When you're sitting on top of the depleted uranium round in the Bradley fighting vehicle, you're getting 300 millirems per hour of strictly 300 millirems, okay? That's how much you're getting. All right, that's the exposure. Now, the maximum total dose individuals allowed to sit on top of, you have to understand, this is right up next to the male testicles or the female genitalia. Within 20 minutes, you have exceeded the yearly dose. Okay, now you were supposed to have had a full 40 hours of training as a Bradley crewman. That is required. That's in the Army regulations in the training. And it didn't happen. They probably didn't even give you, you didn't even pass the common task training on DU. They probably didn't even tell you about it. That was in the common task manual. They're not going to. They can't tell the soldier, because if they tell the soldier the truth, the soldier is going to tell him, I'm not getting in that equipment. I'm not going to use it. I'm not going near it. And that's why they don't tell anybody. And then once they do and they find out they get a problem, my phone rings off the hook, and I'm stopped on a street, and I'm stopped at church, and I'm stopped at school, and I'm stopped in the grocery store. Help me, help me, help me. Because nobody in the military is going to tell you the truth. The VA is not going to tell you that their own clinician's guide states very specifically, quote, some things you need to know about veterans, Clinician's Guide to Veteran-Specific Issue, in which they say, quote, some of the physical symptoms which occur as a result of exposure to depleted uranium are sleep problems, mood swings, symptoms in the upper and lower respiratory system, neuropsychological symptoms including memory loss, chronic fatigue, immune system dysfunction, skin rashes, hair loss, aching joints, headaches, abdominal pain, sensitivity to light, blurred vision, menstrual disorder, gastrointestinal systems, here's your diarrhea, nervous disorders such as numbness in a limb, multiple chemical sensitivity, and birth defects, end quote.
Unfortunately, Doctor, I've got to stop you there. Thank you for your time and energy. All the documents you sent us are going up on Infowars.com, and the photographs and the Army's own reports. But you didn't even get into the fact of once it hits something, then it aerosolizes and is breathed into the lungs. Bottom line, when they're telling...
That was my point.
Sorry, George, go ahead.
I was just saying, now, that was my point, is even after you fired and it hits like an enemy tank or a building, isn't it like 1,000 times worse at that point?
That's
what we were lied about.
Extremely fine dust that goes right into the body. You can't keep it out, and there's where all the direct health effects are, because now it's inside the body in direct contact with the cells throughout the whole body, and that's why the physiological effects are so devastating and sometimes delayed and sometimes immediate.
But it also sheds during the projectile process out of the barrel.
All the way through. The whole barrel is contaminated. The Bradley, that's what we found on the Bradley and the Abrams. The barrels were thoroughly contaminated. We put special precautions in place, which obviously they never told you, George.
All right. Well,
no,
gentlemen,
we had to clean those barrels.
Yeah, but they didn't give you the proper equipment or anything to do it with.
Oh, no, just...
All right, George, we're out of time. Dr. Rokke, thank you for spending an hour and 40 minutes with us. God bless you, sir, for your continued service, and hopefully we're going to get some justice. Everybody who has family in the military, get the information, take the video from this show posted at prisonplanet.tv and get it out to everyone you know. Warn them that using DU weapons is a slow death sentence. Dr. Rokke, thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, sir.
You bet. Shifting gears now. In the first hour, we got an update from Mr. Irish and, of course, Mr. Rhodes of Oath Keepers and Jonathon Irish. They're going to have a protest coming up Thursday. Stuart Rhodes is going to fly to New Hampshire to do this, where they took the newborn baby and they put in the full affidavit that's now up on Infowars.com and oathkeepers.org. So you want the whole thing, there it is. Saying because he was a gun owner and a member of Oath Keepers or a supporter of Oath Keepers, political persecution. And we'll get more updates throughout the week, and we'll get both these gentlemen on from the ground at the protest. But it's just incredible that all of this is happening. And I just wanted to briefly get them. I briefly wanted to get them back up. Who do we have? We have both of them? Okay, great. Let's go to Jonathon Irish and, of course, the founder of Oath Keepers, Stuart Rhodes. Gentlemen, we've only got about 10 minutes here, and I appreciate you coming on. Any new updates or new developments, Mr. Irish, since we talked to you 3 hours ago?
No new updates. I just had to hang up with an attorney who called me, who left me a voicemail over the weekend, but he left an incorrect digit for a telephone number. I couldn't get back to him. I have to call him back as soon as I get off the phone with you guys. And there's also several other attorneys that have been trying to contact me as well, including, I believe, Aaron Knappen.
Well, here's who you need. You need family court expert, hard-nosed lawyers that are known to know how to take down the CPS. The CPS follows all the laws. They violate the laws, procedures, everything. There's major watchdog groups that fight them. That's who you need, and they'll know how to go in there and annihilate these people politically and with the law. But they're also going to try demonization tactics against you and other things. Let's go back now and stay right there, Mr. Irish. We'll let you go soon. We'll get you live, of course, on throughout the weekend at the demonstration coming up. But Stuart Rhodes, for those that just joined us, recapping, you have the headline up at oathkeepers.org. We have it up at Infowars.com. Confirmed, court did rely on Oath Keeper Association to take baby. The full affidavit and court order up on the site. Stuart Rhodes.
Yeah, that confirms what we've been saying in this last 4 days, that the order of the judge, ordering CPS to take custody of the children, confirms it relied upon the affidavit and in fact incorporated the affidavit and adopted everything in the affidavit as part of the findings of facts of the court. And so you have not only CPS asserting that the association with Oath Keepers as one of the reasons, but you have the court adopting it. And so this is what has to stop and has to change. I hope the judge will have the sense to go back and look and see that this is wrong and amend the order to explicitly exclude the mention of Oath Keepers and the association with Oath Keepers as grounds for the order. If the judge does not do that, we are going to sue. We're looking into exactly how we're going to do that, what our steps will be. But regardless, we'll be there on Thursday in support of both due process and also the First Amendment right to assemble and to associate freely. Now, I'm glad to hear that John is getting some local counsel. John and Stephanie both should get really squared away, Laura, like you said. I can help with the First Amendment claims, but they need local counsel who is known by the court and is known right there in New Hampshire who can handle the actual claims about.
And of course, you're a constitutional Yale graduate lawyer, worked with Ron Paul in your own right, so you're no slouch when it comes to that. But law is so specialized.
I'm not an expert in family law. So
no, exactly. So you need specific experts. Again,
however I can, but he does need an expert in that. That's right.
Absolutely, Mr. Irish. There's donations, I know, coming in to oathkeepers.org. People need to specify that it is for your legal defense. But do you want to say anything to all the folks out there that are supporting you and this being a national story?
Again, I have to, Stephanie's still in the middle of an interview, but I'm going to speak on her behalf and again reiterate, we cannot express our gratitude for all the support that everyone has given. And you know, we appreciate it so much and trust that when this is all done and over with, our children will know who is responsible for helping mommy and daddy bring them home. I'm sorry, it's just this has gone on for so long, and I've pushed everything that is to the side, and I've been I've pushed all the emotions to the side. It's getting hard.
It's got to be exhausting.